Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome to this video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the fun facts about the French language. Buckle up, because it's going to be interesting. Let's go. What is your favorite pastry in French? Well, un croissant. Why not? Un croissant is my favorite. C'est mon préféré. But did you know that croissant actually means crescent because of its shape? Interesting, huh? Next time you look at the moon, you gotta go, un gros croissant. Well, moon doesn't always look like a croissant, but yeah, it does for most of the month. But anyways, so yeah, croissant, crescent, a non-full moon. Hey, did you know the longest French word? Yeah, it's nothing but anticonstitutionnellement. Anticonstitutionnellement, which means unconstitutionally. Yeah, there are exactly 25 letters there. Yeah. Can you say it after me? Anticonstitutionnellement. That's crazy. So that was about the longest word. What about the least favorite letter in French? It's nothing but W. W is rarely seen, and the words that have it are usually foreign words, like le weekend, le wifi, etc. So poor W, it's not that, huge and popular in French. Moving on to the smallest alphabets, items, and members. That's nothing but les accents, the accents. Have you ever wondered, well, do accents really matter? They actually do. They change the word's meaning. For example, ou, without any accents on u, means or. But if you put a little accent on there, it suddenly changes to where, the question word. So you gotta be careful. And that's not the only example. That was one of many. Another is the letter a, which is the conjugated form of the verb avoir, to have, for he, she, and it. Par exemple, il a 20 ans. He is 20 years old. Well, a is the avoir. But if you put a little accent there, it means at, in, and changes to a preposition all of a sudden. So you gotta be careful. Accents do matter, and they usually come from a historical place, linguistically speaking, which is what we're gonna talk about later. But yeah, so be careful. Don't miss them, because also in the exams, it's very important. They look at the accents of the words, because if you don't put them there, you're basically changing the word. So be careful. The next fun fact of French is its idioms. I have covered French idioms in previous videos, especially the weird ones, which was a later video. But it's interesting to know that French has a bunch of weird and fun expressions. I've covered a lot of them, and now I'm going to give you another one that is pretty fun to imagine, especially. So in English we say it rains cats and dogs, or it's raining cats and dogs. But they don't like cats and dogs. They talk about cows. How? They say, il pleut comme vache qui pisse. Il pleut comme vache qui pisse. It rains like a cow that is peeing. Well, not so romantic, unlike the French culture. Next time you're walking down the streets and it's raining, I want you to think about this expression. Il pleut comme vache qui pisse. Oh là là.
Excuse me, how do you say French kiss in French?
Well, that's a good question. Well, we say French kiss in English, but in French it's not un baiser français. No. As a matter of fact, they don't even address this thing as French or anything. They either say un baiser avec la langue, a kiss with the tongue, or some other expressions like rouler en pelle, which means ruling a shovel. Yeah. How good are you at rolling the shovel? Rouler une pelle. Sometimes you could say rouler un patin. Well, actually, in Quebec, in Canada, they say français aussi sometimes. Sometimes they refer to it as français, which is inspired by the English expression French kissing, or to give someone a French kiss. So, français is français québécois is the Quebec French, but that's the closest you could get to this expression, and that's because of the heavy influence that English has on the Quebecois French. But but no, back in France, we don't say français. It's kind of weird. We usually say rouler en patin ou rouler en pelle, ou tout simplement un baiser avec les langues. Ouais. What about the countries that speak French as their first language? Well, you might be thinking, well, maximum like 6 or 7, probably some islands that I don't know of, including Canada. But no, you're so wrong. 29 countries, a whopping 29 countries speak French as their first language. So, how? There are a lot of islands. You're right if you guessed that. But you can't find French everywhere. Well, of course, in Europe, in Northern America, in the Caribbean, also in the Pacific. Yeah, they have a whole bunch of islands there. They actually have an island close to the New Zealand where French is spoken. There are a lot of other islands around South America. There's a Guinea that is French. Well, yeah, these are the reasons why you could see a lot of French countries, or should I say French-speaking countries. A lot of them are still under the authority of the French government, but so 29. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you later. À plus. Oh là là, il pleut comme vache qui pisse.